Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you my favorite YouTube ad strategy. This is a strategy that I only recently implemented like 2 months ago for a client, and it's doing really well. So I wanted to share it with you guys. I don't think there's a lot of videos out there on YouTube about YouTube ad strategy. So I thought hopefully this could be helpful. And just for some context, why I decided to implement this strategy when I did. So this particular client had a very niche product, and after the first month, I noticed their search campaigns just weren't getting a lot of search volume, and the reason being the particular product just wasn't, well, it isn't very established. It's very niche. It's not known, and there just wasn't a lot of demand established. So going into month two, I had to think about what we could do, and the most logical next step was if there isn't demand already established, we will have to generate the demand ourselves. And the easiest way to do that is YouTube ads and going direct to consumer, and that's what I did, and it worked. I'll get into the results, but let's get into it. So I'm going to touch on the strategy. I put this Mario board together. Then I'm going to show you the results and also how to measure the impact of YouTube campaigns, because I think a lot of businesses and advertisers struggle to do that since YouTube campaigns within the Google Ads platform really struggle to attribute conversions that were generated as a result of YouTube campaigns. So yeah, cool. This is a strategy. So we have 3 campaigns, and each YouTube campaign will be ran simultaneously, and each campaign kind of addresses each stage of the funnel. So the first campaign is going to be this prospecting campaign, and you want to run a responsive video ad. So that just means you're going to be running maximise conversions. Maximise conversions, responsive video ad, and you will want to create 3 ad groups. You can create more ad groups. Honestly, I actually created around 10 different audiences, but those 10 audiences were either an in-market custom intent or competitor URL targeting. And these are the 3 types of ad targeting or audience targeting I stick to when it comes to YouTube ads. I don't really touch affinity. I don't think they're very good. I don't think affinity audiences are very good. So I just stick to in-market custom intent and competitor URLs. So create as many as you want. As I said, I created around 10. And yeah, they're in-market custom intent and competitor URL audiences. Then you want to run 1 video ad in all of those ad groups. And this video ad is just an introductory ad explaining what the product is to someone who has never been exposed to your brand or to your products in their life. It's the first time they're seeing it. You want to make the video ad clear, engaging, obviously, and ideally make it 30 seconds. Now, the ad that I ran was a minute, so anywhere between 30 seconds and a minute, but the best, I guess, ad or video length would be 30 seconds, 100%. It's just this particular product was quite complex, so we needed around a minute to really explain what the product was. So it went for a minute, but if you can make it 30 seconds, that's perfect. Then you're going to have a few exclusions as well, and this is important. So you want to exclude anyone who has visited your website and also any converters, right? And the reason being is you want to target as many new people as possible who have never been exposed to your brand before, right? You're only hitting cold audiences. This is a prospecting campaign. You want to bring new users to your website, right? We're generating the demand at the top of funnel. So that's the point of this particular campaign. Now, once you've created that campaign, then we will have a a second campaign. So important point here, this campaign now is going to go into the second campaign. And as you can see here, I've mentioned anyone who watched the video ad but doesn't visit the website will be targeted by this particular campaign. Okay, and that's very important. So the purpose of this campaign, it's called remarketing video viewers. So you probably know what this campaign would do. And that is, we want to target anyone who watched the prospecting video. However, they didn't visit the website, meaning they are actually intrigued by your offer or by your products, but they weren't quite that interested yet to actually click through and visit the website. So they've shown some level of interest, but you haven't convinced them 100%. This campaign is designed to nurture those prospects to eventually click into or click through to your website. Okay, so I have 3 different ad groups here, and how this campaign is structured is you've got the first ad group, which is this one, and we're targeting anyone who watched the prospecting video ad, that introductory video ad in the prospecting campaign. Anyone who watched that particular video ad but didn't click through the website will be then retargeted by this remarketing video ad 1. Now, what you want to make that video is up to you. In my case, I made this video I made this video a short video that just spoke about the features of the particular product, the benefits, and really why the user would be interested in actually purchasing that particular product. Now, key point here that I forgot to mention was the video format, or the campaign format, is a non-skippable in-stream ad. And this is important. This is really important. So what this means is you're going to be running the campaign at a CPM or bidding model at an awareness objective, right? And as a result, what that means is we're paying for every kind of impression that the video generates. Whereas the prior prospecting campaign that was using a responsive video ad video type, this campaign's being charged on a cost per click basis, right? So anyone who clicks through to the website, then Google will charge us, whereas this one is an CPM bidding model, right? And that's because we're running non-skippable in-stream ads. So these are going to be shorter than 15 seconds, meaning that people are being forced to watch these videos. You know, those annoying non-skippable in-stream ads that we love? That's what we'll be utilizing here. They're very powerful, but they are also more expensive because they're really good. It's really good inventory, right? So the first video, we'll be retargeting anyone who watched that prospecting video with a non-skippable 15-second ad about a key feature or benefit. Cool. Important thing as well is we'll be excluding anyone who's watched video ad 2 and video ad 3. The reason being, this is kind of like it's a sequencing strategy, right? So we want a user to come into the funnel, they've watched the prospecting ad, they didn't click through the website, then the next day Google will serve them this first video ad 1. Okay, cool. Now let's say they've watched this video ad. They've watched the whole video ad, obviously, because it's a non-skippable ad. And they still haven't visited the website, right? Well, then they will be targeted with this next video ad. So video ad 2. An important thing here as well is we are excluding anyone who's watched video ad 3, meaning they have to watch this ad after they watched the first video ad. Again, it's a sequence, right? And then if they've watched this ad and still haven't still haven't visited the website, Then they're targeted by one more ad, and this is this third video ad. And after they've watched this video ad, if they still don't click through the website, then like that's it. See you later. They're clearly not interested, and they just go out of the funnel. All right, that's the last chance to get the click. Now, obviously, we'll be excluding all converters, right? That's pretty obvious. So that's the purpose of this campaign is to really convince the people who are interested from the prospecting campaign, but weren't quite interested enough to click through to the website. This campaign is designed to nurture those prospects. So now, after you've created this campaign, then there's a third campaign. And that third campaign is just a traditional remarketing campaign, okay? So this remarketing campaign will be using a responsive video ad type as well. So maximize conversions. The bidding model is a cost per click bidding model, right? And yeah, now just quickly, right? The reason why we're using a maximize conversions bidding model or a responsive video ad type, I should say, for the prospecting campaign and for this remarketing campaign, but not for that middle campaign, right? Is because the first prospecting campaign, we want to find people who are really interested. They're being categorized at kind of the buying stage to an extent, right? Those are the people that we want to find. Whereas if you're running an awareness campaign utilizing a CPM bidding model, like that second campaign as a prospecting campaign, you won't, like, you'll be targeting a good audience, of course, but you won't be targeting like that bottom of funnel, real high intent users who are ready to purchase now, right? You'll just be targeting users who, are interested, but it's just pure awareness, right? So that's why we're running a responsive video ad at the top of the funnel at the prospecting stage. Also on top of that, just a bit of a secret. It's not a secret. I just think it's a really a bit of a hack in a way. Like, since you are spending money on a cost per click bidding model and not a CPM bidding model, you can actually reach more people sometimes, not all the time, but a lot of the time, you can reach more people utilizing a responsive video ad because since you're being charged on a click basis and just, inherently YouTube ads don't really generate many clicks because it's all view through, conversions. People will watch the ad and they won't click through. So yeah, utilizing a responsive video ad type can actually generate more impressions sometimes. So just a bit of a hack for you guys. Try it, see what you think. But that's what I found. So going back to this campaign now, the reason why we're using a responsive video ad here now as well is because we really want to focus on converting these people, right? So we want to use maximize conversions bidding model, even though we're pretty much like it's a remarketing campaign. So we're reaching anyone who's visited the website. So it doesn't really matter what bidding model we use here, I guess. You still want to use responsive video ad type. At least that's what I did. So this is how I structured it. Again, it's a sequence, right? So 7-day website visitors, 14-day website visitors, and then 30-day website visitors. Depending on the conversion or attribution lag of your particular business or your particular product, this will probably vary. If it's a really long customer journey, then you might want to do 30, 60, 90. But I've just put 7, 14, 30 here, right? So if it's e-commerce, you'll probably want to use this. If it's a service-based, then you probably have a longer customer journey. So you probably want bigger ranges. Cool. Now you'll have ad 1, ad 2, and ad 3. Okay. Again, those ads are completely just dependent on what you want to run at each stage. Again, I just kind of hit on those benefits and those features again. I'm really kind of taking the user through a story and just show. At this stage, honestly, ideally you want to use testimonials. Like if you get testimonials, fantastic. They do really well. But yeah, I used testimonials here, and they did quite well. I forgot to add 2 more exclusions here. So 7-day website visitors, right? Obviously, you're targeting that, right? 14-day website visitors, you want to exclude 7 days from this audience. Again, it's a sequence. So you don't want these 2 audiences to overlap. So exclude 7 days from 14 days, and then you'll be reaching, you'll be only targeting anyone who's visited the website from 18 to 14 days. And then do the same thing with 30 days, exclude 14 days, and then, yeah. So it's a sequence. Cool. And then you want to exclude all converters. Now that's a strategy. It's simple, but effective. The other thing is obviously like you do need quite a bit of budget if you're running this, because YouTube can be very expensive, and especially since we're running 3 campaigns, you will need quite a bit of budget. For this particular client, we had like around 10,000 USD a month, so it was a lot of money. It's a decent amount of money, I should say, and it was more than enough for this particular client. So keep that in mind as well. You will need quite a large budget to run this strategy. Now, just want to touch on a few key considerations. So there's 2. The first one is you need a lot of high quality assets. So as you can see, like there were a lot of videos. What was that? So 1, 3, it's around 7 videos, which many businesses may not have, or they may have. It's just the quality isn't the best. So to run this strategy, you will need quite a few videos, and make sure that they are actually high quality videos. So at the end of the day, right, this is the strategy, but the strategy does rely on good videos, right? Like creative is king, as I'm sure you guys know. So make sure your creative is very good. The second consideration, which is also very important, is you need to measure the impact that this strategy is having via other channels. I'm going to get into an example of how I did this, but just understand this one fundamental concept, right? And that is YouTube ads very much, a lot of the conversions that you're going to get through YouTube ads are going to be view through, okay? I don't know about you, but I've never clicked on a YouTube ad in my life. And that's just the reality of YouTube ads. You're watching a video, you see an ad come up, you may be interested, but you want to watch your video, all right? It's like TV. So you're not going to click through. But later on, maybe after you've watched the video ad, so after you've watched your YouTube video, or the next day when you're just doing nothing, you will potentially Google that particular brand and visit it organically or through brand search. And that's where 90% of your YouTube conversions and strategy or traffic will then come through those other channels. Okay. So if you don't see many direct conversions on your YouTube ad campaign in the platform, it's because a lot of the conversions are most likely coming through direct, brand search, or organic search. Again, I'm going to show you this in action. Just keep that in mind, okay? All right, so now let's get into the actual case study because this isn't all talk. I actually did do this. So yeah, let me show you the results and what this looks like in action, right? So the prospecting campaign. So I ran like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it was 10 ad groups. And this is all in-market audiences, custom intent, and competitor URLs, as I said. The other thing that I did do in terms of audience targeting here as well was I targeted blogs. So this was a key audience that I target as well, that I think has performed well. So since this product really solves a problem that a lot of businesses have, a lot of businesses are trying to find solutions for this particular problem, okay? And there's a lot of blogs around how to address this problem, right? So it's really high quality traffic, and I decided to target those URLs because it's great traffic. So that was kind of just the other audience targeting that I did, but kind of falls under custom intent competitor URLs as well. So that's the first thing I did. The key thing that I want to point your attention to is the in-stream view rate, right? So as you can see, total 22% of people watched the entire video, okay? So 22%, which is quite high for a prospecting video, but yeah, it's 22%. And like I said, each ad just hits a different feature or benefit, all right? The key thing, again, that I want to point your attention to is the in-stream view rate. So as you can see here, as the user goes down the funnel, their interest builds. So we had a 22% view rate on the prospecting campaign. And then in this campaign, the first ad group has 37%. Then obviously, if they don't click to the website, they're then shown this ad, and then so on this ad. And you can see 37, 42, and then 44. So as we nurture and as the user gets warmer and warmer, their view rate gets longer, showing their interest levels increasing. So I guess that's a cool way of kind of measuring the impact. So that was something that I wanted to show you guys. So same thing here. So I have 4 here, and those 4 were 7 days, 14 days, 30 days, and 90 days, just because, as I said, the I guess customer journey is longer for this product. So I wanted to hit the 90 days as well. And again, we look at the in-stream view rate, and it is actually interestingly shorter than the other one, but it's still quite good, right? Like it's still strong, like it builds. Now, just for some context, right? Because you might be thinking, why isn't the view rate of the other campaign 100% when you're running non-skippable in-stream ads? I actually didn't run non-skippable in-stream ads for that second campaign. This was all responsive video ads. But when I think about the strategy now, and when I do it again, I would 100% run that second campaign as non-skippable. I just didn't have short enough videos to do that, so I had to run it as responsive video ads. But yeah, if you do, then I would definitely run it as non-skippable. So yeah, that's just the reason for that. So that's the campaign built out in action, just the screenshot showing you. Now I want to show you the results and the measurement, right? Which is the most important part by far. Now I am having a look at GA4 because this is going to show us all conversions. So first thing is the key events, the conversion event that we're measuring. It increased by 340% period on period when we started the YouTube strategy compared to the previous period where we weren't running the YouTube strategy and we're only running paid search campaigns. Total conversions increased quite significantly here, which was great. But I want to show you where the increase actually came from, right? So as you can see, 7 conversions here. And that came from Google Organic, right? So organic search saw the largest increase, followed by direct. I mean, direct had the same. So direct and organic search had the largest increase in total conversions. Then we have a look at paid search, and paid search actually fell, interestingly, right? Sorry, no, it didn't fall. My bad. It also increased, right? So we saw an additional 3 conversions, right? And those conversions actually came from the search campaigns as well as the YouTube video campaigns. So obviously the YouTube campaigns will attribute conversions to itself. Like, it's not 100% terrible at doing it, but it will also miss a lot. So it did attribute a few, but paid search, generic paid search also, I haven't included a screenshot here, but also generated a few conversions during this period. So 1 conversion, I think it was. There's an only conversion, or was the first conversion actually generated. The reason being, I think at least, YouTube was influencing generic search because people weren't remembering the brands, but they were remembering the product. So they'd go and type in the actual generic product name, and then our generic ad would show, and they would click through. It would be us, and then they converted. And that's something that I have seen across other clients being the case. YouTube drives paid search or generic paid search performance up. You'll see click-through rates particularly increase because of that. They type in the service or the product name or the generic term, and then Google shows your ad, especially if you're running maximize conversions because of the audience signals that Google knows that particularly used as a high chance of converting. If you show your ad, as a result, your click-through rates will increase because they've already been exposed to your brand. So that's another thing. But as I said, I didn't include that here. But that's it. That's this strategy. I hope it was helpful. I just want to share it with you. It definitely, it's performing well. Feel free to try it. Go for it. Let me know how it performs. I know the John Moran from T11, previously Solutions 8, also ran a similar strategy. Definitely, the strategy was influenced by a lot of things that he's done across YouTube. So check him out. See you in the next one, and I hope you enjoyed the video. See you later.